Hi, my name is s2e01 and I'm glad you tuned in for the second season of the ShiVa Minute. The first episode is all about sensors. In case you haven't got the basic sensor demo in your ShiVa samples folder, just go to the StoneShip developer homepage, go with the various code sample sections under download, click download and get the basic sensor demo. Now, sensors are a very interesting concept in ShiVa because they can sometimes replace a raycast or perform collision detection, something that you would normally do with code or some much more complicated setup. Now, this scene for this demo basically consists of two boxes that have the sensor attribute applied. They also have an ID 222 and ID 111. You can ID sensors. Let's check out the code for this example. Let's go to the main, which does nothing but call the scene, and in the scene there are two boxes that have the basic sensor AI, and on enter frame they basically just rotate and override some material values, while the on-sensor collision handler logs the end sensor ID, which is your own sensor, the target object ID, and the ID of the target sensor. Now let's see what happens if I press play. I see the materials are changed as soon as the boxes collide, and if I go to the log reporter I see the log start that happens in on-enter frame. But sensors can do much more than that. If we have a look at the how-to PDF for the hunt and search for sensor, you can see that the zombies in the game have sensors that are created dynamically. So there's some sort of precise collision detection for the bullet and the model part. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, just go to the hunt making of PDF. I use sensors sometimes in a much different way than just doing hit collision detection. Let me assign a sensor to this Boxman model, something we had from the first season, and displace this box. Here, see this offset value. Let's give it an Z offset of maybe 1. So now I can detect if something's behind the Boxman without doing an actual raycast. I could do the same for the sides and the front, or maybe the ground. Note that sensors only give an on-sensor collision event in case another sensor hits the sensor. However, it is possible to detect the sensor or the sensor shape with a raycast. The appropriate command for this is the scene get first hit sensor, which relies on the scene, the points where you start the ray, the point where the ray goes, and the maximum ray length.